What was that culture shock like? Because you were going from just JUCO and then you're going around D1 athletes that are all talented. So what was that culture shock like?
Yeah, that was a big one. First of all, the weather, because growing up in California, the weather is sunny all the time.
You're spoiled.
Yeah, it was spoiled, right? And then going to Michigan, I remember I was going around checking in all my classes, and I went into this building, and it was snowing outside. And when I walked outside, it was like a blizzard. I couldn't see 2 feet in front of me, and I was like, I don't know what to do. So I just went back in that building and I was at and just waited for like an hour or so until the snow kind of subsided. So that was a big culture shock. And then, competing with all these other people, like jumping 6'10" and 7 feet in junior college, you're one of the top guys. Well, when I got to Eastern Michigan, that was a very average jump. There's a lot of guys jumping 6'10" and 7 feet. So it was a adjustment of my mind, like, yo, if you want to be like a top guy, you really got to step up your game. Like I thought I already did, but it's like, no, you got to take it to a whole nother level, which, that took time for me to do too. Cause that first year I just did all right. I jumped 7 feet and a half inch. I had a very small personal best. And then at the end of that year, I went to like a last chance meet because I'm like, well, my dreams was go to this D1 college and I'm not even making it into the NCAA meet. So I'm not even competing against the best people. That's where I'm supposed to be going. So I missed out on making to the NCAAs, and we were in Tennessee. It was a last chance meet. And I remember turning to my coach and I said, next year, I'm going to do this. I said, I'm going to train hard. I'm going to lift every weight. I'm going to break the school record, indoors and outdoors. I'm going to be an All-American, and I'm going to jump some personal bests. And he was like, yeah, okay, Jamie, I think you can do it. And in my mind, I was like, oh, he thinks I'm playing. Like I'm 100% serious. Like I was so dead serious, like was so committed. And when I talked to him about it later, he was like, no, I thought you were for real. I said, because when I told you that, I didn't see that in your face. Your face said, yeah, like, okay, whatever, But so I end up doing that. When I came back that next year, I went hard. Like I did everything the coach asked me to do. I lifted every weight. I finally got on a solid weight training program, which I had never been on. I had never really committed myself that way. I had just been kind of like getting stronger and messing around in the weight room and doing great track workouts and technical workouts, but not really committing myself in the weight room. And then once I committed myself in the weight room, that changed me from jumping 7 feet to that next year I ended up jumping 7'4" and a half.
Nice.
And I gotta highlight that. I gotta highlight that because that's the piece that I look for in all of these conversations. When I'm talking to all you, super athletes, I'm like, okay, there's always a point where it's a decision, and I always highlight it. It's like, you were good. Yeah, you were good, and you could have been just that good and been complacent. But you're like, nah, you know what? I want something else. And so you decided, you're like, this is what I'm going to do. And then everything you did after that, all your choices pointed right at that decision. So whether it was making sure you committed to the weight room, got your diet together, it was like you made a decision, now you're living it. And I'm here, it's such a common theme in all successful athletes. It's like no matter how good they were, there was a point where they could have stayed where they were or get to that next level. Getting to that next level took a commitment, a real commitment, more than they were already doing. So I love that you made that point.
Yeah, thank you.